Dolci me traditrici, which is translated, I'm told, as the killing flower. When it comes to composers' names like Mozart and Beethoven and Bach, they all jump to mind, but perhaps not yet the name of my next guest, Salvatore Sciarrino. He may not be widely known on this particular country and these shores, but he is in fact one of the world's greatest living composers, and I'm delighted to say he's with me now in studio ahead of a concert at St. Nicholas's Church in Dundalk. Salvatore Sciarrino, good morning.
Good morning.
What is it like to be in Ireland? Is this your first visit?
Yes.
And you're from the south of Italy, so you're from Sicily?
Yes, but I live just in the middle of Italy from several years. I was living always in big towns, but there was a moment that I could understand that I could live better in not dirty air.
Cleaner air. So do you live in the countryside now with trees and birds and fruit?
Yes, a small town and clean air. Yeah.
I mentioned that you are a composer who's very well known, not so much in this country. Is it always the case with composers that you are truly only appreciated, unfortunately, after you die?
But yes, it was for several years that I was very well known when I was young in Italy, because I invented some perspective on sound, and so I could have a big influence to also. You can see from the use of some signe on the scores. For example, also Stockhausen could use the same symbol, for example, crescendo from nothing, from zero, and diminuendo from zero. That is a real philosophical idea of sound that is born from silence, practically. Is not only an invention, musical, but of thinking. But then I disappeared from Italy, and I start to be not old master, but like coming to be old master in the other countries. And then I am coming back to Italy in the meaning that I received a so big prize last 2 years ago. There's a Leon d'Oro of Venice Biennale, and now I am very well known in my country. Everybody says me, hello, how are you?
Well,
it's terrible.
You can't go out.
Yes, I cannot walk.
And when did you learn that you had this love and passion for music?
It is curious, because I was always a table child. That is not healthy. But it was important for passion that I had for painting, for example, and all things, science, archaeology, and but chemical. But there was a moment I decided to become composer, because all was easy, but that was not so easy.
It was hard. You did it because it was hard.
Yes, and so I put all my modernity, because I was painting modern, not very traditional, on music. And it was very important, because I start suddenly with modern language, and then I study the old styles. But I was in school really very late, and I was composer practically, and it was very important, this kind of training, because it's the opposite that we do in school, because we learn some grammar, and then we don't know what is really to think the concept, or
life experience changes how you perceive things. Now, from the little bit we heard there of the Killing Flower, your music is constructed differently, and it's a modern construct. Is that a fair description?
Yes, but we can say that the mental space is the word sound. What come to us when we are living, and so yes, is organized like to be in the casuality of the sound of word. That is a different concert, starting point.
And because you set out with such an ambitious project,
yes.
I mean, you were quoted as saying
we must have ambitious projects.
Yes, you want music to change the world. When you speak to people who enjoy your music, who feel what you're trying to put across in the music, what do they say back to you?
But I must say that I am more surprised from the people that what can come to the people is not what you want, but is the wonder of the creativity of the listener. That is very important. That gives to you more courage when you think that nobody will understand. That is the normal thinking of a composer, I think. For me, for example.
I'm not a composer. Most of the people listening aren't composers. When you sit down to compose a piece, how do you start? And what is your starting point?
You can start from very simple things or very complex atmospheric idea, but then you must organize that word, because each composition is like an architecture or like a word. We must think this word and then realize. But sometimes when we do some project, I was doing always graphical project in my life, also when I was a child. And sometimes you must change because what you have start to realize is more schematical, and it must be alive.
Yeah, and it comes to life. Do you see it coming to life?
Yes, and so we must be inside and outside, and to see what is coming, what the people will hear really.
And do you have unfinished symphonies that you started, and in years to come they will find the unfinished Sciarrino symphony that they'll try and finish because you couldn't?
Yes, it's quite normal sometimes to start something and then to change opinion or to say no, it's not enough. Yes, it can happen, but sometimes you can discover that something that you began was good, and you have
it trailed off.
Yes.
Yeah. Music is such a universal art because people enjoy all types of music. You've got classical music, pop music, dance music, and everybody likes their own kind. Has classical music been squeezed a little bit?
Yes, classical music is a very reduced word, and the listeners not so many. But I must say thank to the German people, because my career was done from the German. Yes, so the most part of the opera, they are born in Germany, and they were commissioned in Italian, like an old tradition of centuries before. And, I am not worried from the difficulty of language. My language is not is different. It's not difficult.
Yes.
So you can say no, I don't accept, but it exists.
Your music will live after you.
I am not sure. Are you sure?
You've written it down, so it will most certainly live, and it's been recorded, and it's on the internet.
Yes, but
where
I
we
am
found
not Mozart, and also we can say perhaps our tradition is not eternal. Nothing is eternal.
But do you,
the human world?
As we say, do you get a kick out of the fact that people may be listening to your music in 100 years' time?
It could be. It depends from the media also, because I have so big discography. I think more than quite 120 CD. That is a giant discography. It depends from the media. If the CD will exist,
it might be hard. Might be hard
change. Perhaps I will disappear.
It might be hard to find a CD player in a century, but it'll probably have moved on to something.
Like today, else. I think I am not so optimistic. For example, in the direction of the life of a big orchestra, because they are too expensive, and I am not sure that they will exist always.
It is a worrying time, but also an exciting time. And you're going to be speaking at the Madrigals concert, which takes place in the St. Nicholas Church of Ireland in Dundalk at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. For further information, you can visit the Louth Contemporary Music Society's website. It's louthcms.org. That's louthcms.org. Salvatore Sciarrino, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you very much.